Everybody, it's TyXstream here, and today we're here to be talking about Super Mario Wonder and what is going on with the game. So the game has come out. I made a whole playthrough of it 100%. Well, technically not 100% because you just need to get the standees, but I decided to get the standees myself, so I clearly 100%ed the game. But the problem is, the game has a little bit of things that just kind of made the game really unrunnable or unplayable for certain people, and I'm gonna go straight into that. So first, I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna be talking about two things that are wrong. It's a short video on Super Mario Wonder, but the first thing that we're going to be talking about is replay value. So in the game Super Mario Wonder, or New Super Mario Bros. Wonder, it seems to have a lack of replay value. I'm not saying based on the stages, I'm just talking about like the separate modes and stuff that you could do in New Super Mario Bros. In all of the versions, right? All of the New Super Mario Bros. Versions, Super Mario Bros. 2, New Super Mario Bros. For the DS, Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Mario Bros. U, Deluxe, Super Luigi U, all of them, they seem to have a certain amount of content that you can do outside of the game, where you can do challenges and all that stuff. Now, what Nintendo decided to do was put those challenges in the game. Now, the problem I have with the game, and I don't know if you guys have that same problem, but when you're paying for like a Nintendo Online thing, right, so you can play online with your friends and stuff, it seems like you can't even like replay the game unless you technically delete your entire profile. And this is what I mean. So once you use your profile that you use for online, you can't use that profile for a separate profile for it. And I guess they did that so that you could see the name of the person online. But that's the problem when it comes to replay value, because then like once you complete the entire game, you don't want to delete that. You want to keep that as like a safekeeping. Super Mario Bros. U, Super Mario Bros. Wii, and even Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS and New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. It has like those little stars and stuff. You know, it shows all of the stuff that you collected in the game. So you can make a new profile. And I know those games aren't really online, except for like Super Mario Bros. 2. This is 3DS, and I mean new Super Mario Bros. For the DS. I mean, I guess it's kind of online. It's not really, because you're not playing on the story mode. But the problem is, if you're an individual player for the profile, and you try to use your same profile for online services, you can't do that for other profiles unless you have like the family plan or something, right? For the Nintendo network, right? So you're going to have to delete your entire profile, individual profile that you worked so hard on just to 100% the game. And I think that's like one of the biggest problems in the game, because you know, when you were playing some New Super Mario Bros. U and all those other games, you didn't have separate profiles to go into the story mode and play the game. This game, yeah, it makes me not want to replay the game, because I can't even go online. I can't even go online with a separate profile. So that kind of sucks. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you guys know if I could do that. But yeah, that just kind of sucks to me, because you know, I don't have any other profiles except for mine on Nintendo Switch. So I have to create a new one, and turns out I couldn't go online for some reason. Maybe you guys know the problem for that. But yeah, that's one of the big issues. Like, it's not that you can't replay the game, it's the fact that if you replay the game, you either can't play it online if you are in an individual Nintendo network kind of paying thing, right? The Nintendo Online thing, right? You either have to do that, you have to either play for the family plan, go for a separate individual thing, I guess. So the replay value isn't really up there. I mean, you can replay the game, but like you're gonna have to delete one of the profiles that so you can play online. So that kind of sucks. So yeah, that's one thing. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is obviously the most important thing that everybody talks about, which is the online multiplayer, or just the multiplayer in general. So before I start bashing the multiplayer, I feel like I should talk about the good things on the multiplayer. I like that you can share items in the multiplayer. I like that, you know, you can make rooms with friends, and it's how many players can be in that room, like a bunch. So I like that you can do that. But once you go into it, it's kind of not really like good, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna knock Nintendo because the game was said to be like an experimental thing. So the problem is, obviously, your friends are ghosts. You don't technically share the same like platform or whatever that's going on in the game. So say if I get an item, right? And I hit it like a block. I hit a block to get an item. The player on the other screen can use that same block to get that same item. I mean, that's the way to share items, right? But I feel like they should have made it a general thing, like in the new Super Mario Bros. U or Wii or whatever game where, you know, there's collision, you can pick up each other, you can do whatever you want to make the game a little bit more fun. That's what made the other games fun. But I guess they're experimenting the online servers and stuff like that, so they thought it would be better if like everybody was a ghost. Now, being a ghost in the game isn't bad, because if you can get together with your friends, you could play online, and then you could do races or whatever, you know, like figure out ways to have fun in the game using the multiplayer feature. But I digress. That when you make a large server, that's why they made it. When you try to make a large server for your friends to play together, I guess that's why they made it to where like everybody's a ghost on the screen. You know, you can find hints using other players. I mean, I've done that in the game myself, so I can find secrets and stuff. So that's a really good thing. But I feel like they should have went with the old multiplayer concept, where you could pick each other up, there's collision, you can bounce on each other's head to reach the higher places, because that's what kind of made the game a little bit fun and goofy at the same time, because you could kill each other on random. And then the one thing I really disliked was how the screen was used. So I'm guessing because the Nintendo Switch is like a handheld console, they didn't want it to where you're looking at a small screen and the area or the stage just gets bigger and bigger as each player spreads out. So they made it they made it so where when you play multiplayer, you have a friend that's a ghost, and then you have like a nice set screen. So when you're playing actual multiplayer, they have a crown feature, and that's what moves the screen. Now the problem with that is, what if you're playing with somebody that's like really young, or is not really good at Mario games? Well, you're kind of screwed, because if they hit the flag before you gotta follow them the entire way, and guess what? They are 100% super slow in the game. Like, there's some players that I've known that just don't know how to hold the sprint button. Like, just don't know how to sprint. And then the dying feature in the game. It's not all that, because it kind of made the game I don't hate it because it made the game easier, but it kind of also made it harder when you're playing multiplayer on the same screen. So I would rather if they had like a huge scrolling feature for the screen, like make the stage bigger. But I guess they didn't do that, because some of the stages where you have to like follow a platform, that stage, I mean, if the screen gets wider and the person gets left behind, you're kind of getting pushed away from the actual thing. So I don't know, maybe they could have like edited that stage or something, I don't know. But the multiplayer feature wasn't all cut out to what it's supposed to be or what I thought it would be. I thought they would do an update where they would add collision stuff to make it a little bit better for others, or even like have like a certain setting for online features, so like you could do a 4-player like cross the screen type of gameplay without having collision and stuff, you know, everybody running around like maybe Super Mario Bros 2. You know, you each have your own respective screen, but you're still in the game playing. But then you wouldn't be able to have these large server rooms. But I think that wouldn't really be a problem. You could just do like 4 players play against each other in the game, or like have collision. You know, that's what my idea was. But I guess since it was an experimental thing, the multiplayer feature was not cut out to what it's supposed to be, but it did help with the handheld Nintendo Switch guidance. But you know, I thought they would add a little bit more for players that are not really good at the game, because even online you can tell the players that are not good at the game, they don't sprint, they just walk around as ghosts, you know, they do like little happy faces, they're just having a blast. But some of the stages in the game are actually pretty difficult and can be actually rage inducing so I was hoping they would make it easier. I actually do not like the ghost feature. Is cool, like when you die you turn into a ghost. I just feel like they should have kept it with the bubble, because you could bubble wherever you want before you die. But I guess when you die, the ghost feature, you don't lose a life that easily in the game. So they're just, I guess they're playing with just new concepts in the game. And yeah, it just didn't work out, I guess. Right? Yeah, I mean, you can find ways to have fun in the game, right? You can easily find ways to have fun in the game. The problem is, you're not technically playing with your friends. You're technically playing by yourself and talking to your friend while he's a ghost. So Luigi Mansion 3 concept right there. But hey, whatever the game is. But yeah, those are the 2 things that I just really want to talk about on why Super Mario Bros. Wonder really kind of went downhill on gameplay value, because you could play through all the stages, but what's better than playing through the stages with your friends, right? Well, anyway, that's me done talking about Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I hope you guys are enjoying the game. I mean, the game is not bad. It has gone downhill. I mean, it just wasn't cut out to what we were accustomed to. And when you have, I've learned, when you have something that just works and everybody loves playing those games, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Just don't. It's a cool game, fun. I love the facial expressions. Everything in the game is beautiful. I mean, like, I can see the resolution on the Nintendo Switch, literally on the handheld version, not even connected to the dock. But either way, the game's more fun when you're playing with your friends and just being a dick. Anyway, this is TyXstream. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, as that'd be extremely helpful. As always, this is TyXstream. Peace, y'all.